At a late-night, hastily convened press conference in Tripoli, the African Union offered to send monitors into Libya to help implement a ceasefire plan that, in principle, Colonel Gaddafi has accepted.
It can be a hybrid operation like the one, similar to the one that we have in Darfur, the first ever in the history of peacekeeping. It's AU-UN. In this case, it can be 100% AU. We would be ready to shoulder such responsibility if it is the wish of the parties.
Earlier in the day, the delegation of African leaders, presidents of South Africa, Congo, Mali and Mauritania, Uganda's foreign minister and their advisors, were received by Colonel Gaddafi in his familiar style. They'd come to present the roadmap, first revealed on March the 25th in Ethiopia. It calls for an immediate ceasefire to protect civilians, humanitarian aid to reach both Libyans and foreign migrants, especially Africans, dialogue between the two warring sides, a transitional period of government where all parties work on forming democratic institutions, and political reforms which all Libyans want. What it does not call for is Colonel Gaddafi to step down. That's one of the reasons this delegation was welcome here. Muammar Gaddafi has been very generous to many African governments, and Libya has invested heavily in African business. A sudden collapse of his 4-decade-long rule, and the shockwaves would be felt across the continent. But even though Colonel Gaddafi has accepted the roadmap, there's no guarantees he'll take the steps necessary to implement it. He's declared ceasefires at least twice before that have not restrained his forces on their assaults on Libyan cities and towns. The opposition council in Benghazi has already stated its position. No negotiations until Colonel Gaddafi and his family relinquish power. With such a gap between the two sides, and no way to coerce either side to take the first step, the African roadmap may remain what all the other peace proposals have been so far: wishful thinking. Anita McNaught, Al Jazeera, Tripoli.